Hi, welcome to the award-winning Ed Brown Show. And once again, terrific guests here. I mean, this is a young lady, Mrs. Sandra A. Bryan Greer. Mrs. now. I tell you, she is now has the title of Mrs. Mid-State, United States 2010. And from gorgeous Prince George's. She's from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. We have so much in common. She has a daughter that's on the track team, and I'm gonna let her do all of that. Sandra, welcome to the Ed Brown Show.
Thank you so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
You are a model of success. The things that you have done, generally married women, they don't have time to do anything because they're taking care of the kids, But actually, tell us a little bit about this mid-state title that you are currently Mrs. Mid-State, right?
Yes.
And you're going for Miss United States from gorgeous Prince George's, Upper Marlboro, Maryland, and the Marlowe Boys Club.
Yes.
She was past president. I'll let her tell you the rest of it. I mean, it is fantastic. Tell us something about how did you get involved in contests? Most married women, they say, hey, children is enough. I don't have time to do anything else.
Our daughter, Sunil, is a student at University of Georgia. She's a freshman.
Is that right?
And she previously was in the Miss Maryland Teen USA pageant, and she won in the evening gown competition and also in the community service competition. And she actually convinced me and pushed me a little bit. It's usually the other way around.
The other way around.
But certainly. She kind of pushed and prodded me a bit for me to participate in the Mrs. Maryland pageant. So my title now is Mrs. Mid-State US 2010. And as a delegate for the state of Maryland, I will be competing in the Mrs. Maryland pageant US 2010 on April 24th in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And I'll be competing against other delegates and contestants from the state of Maryland for the Mrs. Maryland title. And from there, if I am blessed, as I hope I will be, then I will be competing for the Mrs. United States title in Las Vegas in July.
So in July.
Yes.
So in Pennsylvania now, tell us about that.
Our pageant director, Suzanne Moore, she is such a wonderful person. She's very energetic. She is so informative. And it really shows because she's so enthusiastic about the pageant and, about showcasing the achievements of married women and their contribution, not just to their family, but also to society, and also through community service and volunteerism. And the pageant for Mrs. Maryland and also the Mrs. Pennsylvania pageant will be held together in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So you will have delegates from both Pennsylvania and Maryland. And
what date is that?
That is April the 24th, and it'll be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So I'm really looking forward to that.
And actually you need sponsors and people? And
yes.
What's the number for individuals that are interested in helping you along there?
The number where I can be contacted is 301-646-7618. And I also have a blog where you can follow me online, follow my journey. It's Mrs. Mid-State US 2010.blogspot.com.
Now, I was really impressed with that platform called volunteerism and mentoring.
Yes.
Now, I mean, volunteer, you hit my heart there. Volunteer, that's what I talk about at Ed Brown Show. You have to give something back.
Yes.
And here you are, a married woman,
yes.
and you are participating, and you have your daughter participating.
Yes.
Tell us about the volunteerism and the mentoring that you're involved in because of other things you're doing.
Yes, volunteerism is very dear to my heart in mentoring. I am the past president for Marlboro Boys and Girls Club from 2006 to 2008. Marlboro Boys and Girls Club is where our daughter actually honed her skills for first cheerleading and then for track and field. And she was able to hone her skills so much that she was able to receive a scholarship for college. And now at the University of Georgia,
congratulations,
due to all of the support and volunteerism that she received from the coaches and mentors that she had growing up in Marlboro Boys and Girls Club. So I feel it, you know, outside of that, I also feel it that I just need to give back as well. I'm still actively involved in participating with the Marlboro Boys and Girls Club.
Congratulations for that.
Thank you.
Because I'm involved with the Glen Arden Boys Club, and I know it takes time and effort.
It does, it does. But, you know, it's a labor of love. I'm also involved with still supporting her high school track and field team for Bishop McNamara High School for administrative functions, as well as mentoring the students on scholarship opportunities. And we have a few seniors now that are preparing for college that I've been mentoring over the past year, and also students from other high schools that are not at Bishop McNamara, but because I know them through my daughter, through our daughter, then I am also extending assistance to them as well and trying to help them secure college scholarships, because, you know, we are in some tough economic times, and any help that you can get for college scholarships, money's there. You just really have to know where to look. And to be creative in kind of preparing your package and your presentation so that you sell yourself. That's it. Basically, so that you do get the scholarship funds.
And really, that's very important, because young people don't realize, you know, you can't just walk up and the competition is so great for scholarships now.
Absolutely. Is
that, you know, hey, look, I always say going to college now, hey, look, you're talking about $40,000 a year, and kids go to school and they end up with a house note when they come out.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if you can, if you can avoid that at all possible by getting scholarships, whether it's academic scholarship or a combination of athletic and academic, or a sole academic scholarship, it's beneficial not just to that student, but also it also takes away a lot of the burden and pressures off their families. In having to try to make sure that, you know, their children exceed and excel their expectations and go on to get an education.
That sounds great. Now tell us a little more about your family there. Yeah. I think your husband, I know you have to have a lot of cooperation, be involved in a lot of those things. I tell you that.
I do. You know, it's an interesting balance. I try to strike a good balance between home, being a wife, being a mom, being a mom of an athlete, a student athlete in college. That's very high energy, and, you know, she's very competitive. And also being able to have the ability to balance and be, you know, actively involved in the pageant and volunteerism and community service and mentoring. My husband is Lieutenant Colonel Kenneth Greer. He is my rock. He's a consummate supporter.
He's in the military?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes,
congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's my rock, and he and Sunil are my biggest supporters. I can't thank them enough for all of their support and their love and dedication through this time. And, you know, they've really been there behind me, pushing me at times when I've just been, you know, a little bit, it's, you know, the load is getting a little heavy. They've always been there to say, you can do it, and you're doing fine. And I really, really love and appreciate them for that, and I can't thank them enough.
Well, tell us, what are some of the things you have to compete in as Mrs. I won't say Mrs. United States.
Mrs. Maryland.
Mrs. Maryland. I jumped over.
You're jumping me beyond. That's great. You know, maybe that's a sign.
Maybe there's a good sign.
There's something I don't know.
Right here from gorgeous Prince George's, Miss United States.
That would be a blessing.
Mrs. United States from gorgeous Prince George's. I'm telling you, boy, we're dancing in the street. New Orleans think they had something going.
I think I'm going to claim that. I think I am going to claim that. You know, one of the things that I look at is that, you know, you have to give back to your community, and you know, it's interesting too, but with the earthquake that just occurred in Haiti, part of what I've been doing with volunteerism is collecting clothes and toys and items for shelters, and I started doing girls' night with a purpose with my girlfriends. So they come over.
Now how's girls' night? What